It started 2 years ago when I was going through a really tough time. My job was stressful, my relationship had just ended, and I felt completely lost. I spent most of my days alone, scrolling through my phone or binge-watching TV shows trying to avoid my problems. That's when I met Jack. Jack wasn't someone I knew from school or work. I met him by accident, literally. One rainy afternoon, I was walking home, umbrella in one hand and groceries in the other, when I slipped on a wet sidewalk. My groceries went flying and I landed flat on my back. Before I could even process what had happened, someone was there helping me up. "You okay, man?" he asked, his voice full of concern. I looked up and saw this guy in a hoodie and jeans holding out his hand. That was Jack. He helped me gather my groceries, and we ended up walking the rest of the way to my apartment together. Along the way, we started talking about the rain, the city, and how terrible Mondays can be. His sense of humor was sharp, and before I knew it, I was laughing for the first time in weeks. We exchanged numbers, and from that day on, Jack became a regular part of my life. At first, it was just casual stuff-grabbing coffee, hanging out on weekends. But it didn't take long for me to realize that Jack wasn't just a good guy. He was the kind of person who really listened, who showed up when you needed him, no questions asked. One day, I told him about how I was struggling with my job, how I felt stuck and didn't know what to do. Instead of giving me advice or telling me to just deal with it, Jack said something I'll never forget. "You don't have to have it all figured out right now. Just take one step at a time." That simple sentence changed my perspective. With Jack's encouragement, I started making small changes. I applied for a new position at work, joined a gym, and even started writing in a journal, a habit Jack swore by. But Jack wasn't just there for the serious moments. He was the guy who'd text me at 2 a.m. with a random meme, the one who'd convince me to go hiking even though I hated getting up early, and the only person who could beat me at Mario Kart without gloating too much. Then there was the time I got sick with the flu. Jack showed up at my door with soup, medicine, and a stack of DVDs. He spent the entire weekend keeping me company, even though I must have been the most annoying, sneezy person on the planet. What's funny is that Jack wasn't perfect. He was terrible at directions, always forgetting where he parked his car. He had a habit of telling the same stories over and over. But somehow, those little quirks made him even more likable. One of the best things about Jack is how he believes in people. He's the kind of friend who makes you feel like you can do anything, even when you doubt yourself. He once told me, "You don't see it, but you're stronger than you think." Last year, Jack moved to another city for work. At first, I was worried we'd lose touch, but we didn't. We call, we text, and we even visit each other when we can. And every time we talk, it feels like no time has passed at all. Looking back, I realize how lucky I am to have met Jack. He didn't just pick me up off the sidewalk that rainy day. He picked me up in life. He taught me how to laugh again, how to believe in myself, and how to keep going, one step at a time. So that's my story about my best friend. Everyone needs a Jack in their life, someone who shows up when you least expect it and makes everything a little brighter. And if you already have a friend like that, make sure you let them know how much they mean to you. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. See you soon.